Hey everybody, SayGeizi, do you have any advice when it comes to using the HireVue app during your interview? Let me tell you something. I have been not working. I've been a full-time student. I've had some opportunities to work and I've declined them because like the ambiance was just like a little too weird. So I said no to those jobs. Um, I want to offer you guys advice when it comes to using the HireVue app during your interview and what you can do to actually nail the job that you want to get. So, of course, you have to download the app. Most likely, the job that you're applying to will send you an email that has the app information that you got to download it from Google. And it's not like you can download the app and have it. It's like you can do that. You can download the app and have it, but you need that jobs like email link, hyperlink. You got to click on that so it can open up, and it's very official. It's a very official app. It's a very good app. um, when you get the app and you go through certain processes, there may be some videos you have to watch. Videos from the CEO of the company that you're applying to. He might give you some words. It's very professional. My number one tip is dress the part. But Gazy, it's a video interview. It's a recording. Why do I need to dress the part? Look, they say they want to see you in your natural, like your natural essence. They say they want to see you comfortable and all that. Dress the part. And I'm not saying guys shirt and tie and a tie clip. Always remember the tie clip. Tie clip is very important. Haircut, all that. No, completely dress with the socks, with the shoes. You're going on an interview. Completely dress out for it. They won't necessarily look down at your entire appearance. They won't. But this is for your confidence. You don't want to stray from what is normal. And so dress all the way as if you're going to actually meet them. Um, I would also recommend that you practice. So during the once you go through the videos, um, you're gonna have a time where they give you some like questions that you have to answer that you can practice. So the way it would work, you make sure you do it. Number two, do the practice questions. Do the practice questions. Do the practice questions. It's not that you're a bad interviewer or an interviewee. It's just that sometimes the questions that they use, and it's always been the case for me, it's always the same thing. The questions are the exact same thing. So I would recommend for you to definitely use the questions and practice them. Write down your responses. Number three, write them down. Uh, more likely than not, you're going to have to say those same responses to those questions. So number three, write down your responses. You're not going to get this opportunity again. Once it's recorded, you cannot re-record it. When this is during the practice. During the practice, you can record. You can do it as many times as you want, but don't you don't want to mess up. You don't want to mess up. Okay. When you're answering questions on HireVue, now this is during the practice and during the actual. Um, During the practice, you can review your response. You can look at things like your posture and all this stuff. Um, Always insert the question that you asked, rephrase it at the beginning of your answer. Why do I say this? This might be a general this might be like a general interview advice, but I want to say that you should use it for HireVue as well as the as regular interview. Why? It gives you frame. Boom, Madonna was right. About that, at least. It gives you frame. When I say frame, you aren't going to wander from answering what you just said. You're not going to wander from your question. Answering the question is the most important thing. I think that's number 5. Answer the question. Answer it. When you have the frame, that's you just said it. Not only are you saying you're answering the question, but you're also constricting it to a time frame. The time frame is how much time you need to answer the question. So when you recite the question, at number 4, when you recite it, you're giving yourself that constraint where you're able to say what you're going to answer, your answer, and how it conforms to the question. Very important. Most of the higher view, like when you do the higher view interview, there will be a time frame. You do not want to ramble. You do not want to tell stories. If you're very personable and you're very charismatic, that's great and well, but this is an interview. Concise. Tell them why you should work for them, and that's it. Get in and get out. So number 6, don't be embarrassed by the brevity of your answer. Remember how I said in 4, you pose the question again and then you answer it. Don't be embarrassed or don't be uncomfortable with the brevity of your answer. You're answering the question that they ask you. Give it to them straight, Doc. Don't hold back. Whatever your answer is, remember, write everything down. When you're practicing, write everything down. The more concise your answer, without excuse, without rambling, without stories, without because, without and, without but, conjunction, junction, what's your function? Not getting the interview. No conjunctions. Give them your answer. And don't feel bad about the brevity of it. So now that I gave you these like advice tips after I've taken a couple of higher view interviews, some of the things that I've noticed that came into play with my interview was good lighting. You need good lighting. You don't need a ring light. A ring light is good. You need good lighting, great lighting, the best lighting that you can have. You want to be able to display all of this, the money maker. You want to be able to display that. Apart from that, be in a quiet place. Turn off the TV or put it on mute or turn it off. You don't want to be distracted. Get quiet. If you have family members in the house, tell them to be quiet. Go to a place quiet. It's all about you responding to this very important job that you're applying to, right? Something else that I noticed, having your phone placed on the best stable thing. So you're doing the interview, they mention it at the beginning. Make sure your phone is placed in a sturdy way so that it won't fall. Now here's the catch, guys. Right now you're watching me from my webcam. I would recommend you use the webcam of your laptop or your computer rather than your phone. Reason why, your laptop or your desktop computer, it's easily, check this out, bam, bam, you like that though, huh? No, bam, bam, it's easy up and down and you get the full shot. If you're using your phone, you got to find a way to get something that you can hold face level. And not many desks and stuff like that will do that unless you got a desk that you can raise or you go down on a seat. But your posture is everything. You don't want to go down on the seat. So you want to be able to stand up and be confident and display squared off shoulders, bam, focus on the webcam. Another part, looking at the camera. look at the camera. Don't look at the picture. Don't look at the picture. Look at, you gotta focus on the camera. It's very difficult to do. If you've been a vlogger for a while, then you know focusing on making eye contact with the viewer. Hello, how are you doing? Making the connection is very important. That's what people don't want. That's what people want when if you take if you're the type of individual like me who I stutter a lot and I stammer and I look away before I look at you. I look away. What am I going to think? What am I thinking? What am I thinking? I want to think something safe, something important, something respectable, something mature. You got to make sure this is an interview. Any type of pensive, uh, looking somewhere else except here, it might show like it might show like maybe insecurity, weakness. Not, you understand what I'm saying? I don't mean weakness that you're pathetic and blah blah blah, but you need confidence. You need confidence in your abilities and what you've done, and you need to say it as if you're saying it to someone right in their face. Um, apart from all that, drink. Get yourself a Red Ranger cup. This is my favorite. I'm such a like man child. This is one of my favorite cups. My twin sister bought this for me. Why am I showing you this? Get something to drink. Now, when you're doing the interview, you're going to be able to push the button. Make sure you're smiling. Make sure you know when you're closing the video question. You answered it, close it. Smile, close it. You have time. Drink water. Drink water. Drink something. Get your salivary glands. Get them back recuperated because you just talked a lot, bro. Drink water. Not too much that you need a restroom, but I'm saying you need to get ready for the next. You need to be fresh, ready for the next question. These are the tips that I want to contribute to you. I hope that you are going to be able to find that job. I've been looking for a job myself, and as a 32-year-old guy who is going to be graduating college within the next 2-3 months, I'm very happy and I'm very ecstatic. However, I'm trying to find a job that's that just, you know what I'm saying? Like when you've reached the age, and maybe this is something for my channel apart from an interview, but I'm looking for something where I can say, you know what, I see myself there for the next 30 years. There, I'm at that point, that juncture in my life. I've achieved certain things, got a house, got 2 cars, all that stuff, and I'm pretty happy. Uh, but yes, guys, I'm trying to get that job. And I want you to get that job. I want you to be happy. And I hope that you are not intimidated by HireVue. It's a great platform. It's a great way to interview. It saves time, but make sure you're doing it right. Because you could be a great person and you could be a great interviewer. But because of technology, technology could pull the rug out from under you, and you can be lost and you mess up on a question, you never get to answer it. So I hope I hope this advice will be a blessing to you guys. Comment below. I really hope you get the job. Fingers crossed. Pray. Remember, SayGeizi.